Chinji Chadwaze Yawa Yomwana we Yesu Ajafe Kurafe.
Hope Channel, changing lives.
Good evening, and it's another beautiful Monday, and as we always do, we bring you educative and interesting stuff to help with your healthy lifestyle. Today we are back again, and we have a professional here who is going to help us with our topic for discussion today. I know you are glued to your seats and you can't wait for the discussion to begin. My name is Bivi, and this is Healthy Living on Hope TV. Today we are discussing smoking. Yes, smoking. It's become important that we discuss this very topic because we see that most of our young people are now getting engaged and addicted to smoking, and it's good and important that we discuss this topic. It may help someone out there to come out of it. So do not go anywhere. We are right here on Healthy Living to give you nothing but the best. I have here with me our guest for today. He's been here before. He's in the person of CPO Aaron Ban. He's a clinical psychiatrist officer at the Pantine Psychiatrist Hospital. CPO Ban, you are most welcome.
Thank you. You're also welcome. It's been a long time.
Yes. I hope you are doing well.
Doing good.
We thank God. And how has it been for you? I know you don't really see the emergency cases, like medical cases.
We don't see emergency.
In this COVID era.
We do see.
You see, right?
Yeah, because COVID is no respecter of person. So anybody can get it, and where we are, well, yeah, we do have emergency cases.
Right.
Yeah.
I know you are ready for today.
I'm very, very ready.
Right, that's great. So let's go to our discussion for today. Smoking. I know that you've had a lot of cases, or you've dealt with a lot of cases as far as smoking is concerned.
Yeah.
So let's talk about what smoking is.
Okay. Before then, I will start. What is even smoke?
Yeah.
You know, smoke is any gray or white or black substance that, or it's even is a gas that comes out from anything that burns.
Okay.
Then we say it is smoke.
Okay.
So when we come to smoking, smoking is just the activity of inhaling any gas from a burning substance, either through the mouth, the nose, or both, with an expected result. The person who is smoking wanted a certain result. That is what he is smoking.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So with an expected result.
So if there's no expected result, then it's not smoking.
No, because why is the person smoking? To get something.
Okay. Okay. So what are some of the things people smoke?
The major things that people smoke, which is of medical concern, is cannabis, which we Christian name to be we or Abosam Tawa.
Okay.
Yeah. And then cigarettes. And then cocaine.
Okay.
Yeah. But these are the three things, major things that it is of serious medical concern that people smoke and they have problems. Yeah.
I know that smoking has a lot of adverse effects, and people have been preaching about it and all that. But why do people really smoke?
There could be so many reasons why people smoke. The first one, somebody just want to explore.
Okay.
Just want to explore what, how cigarette is, how cannabis is. That could be the reason why people smoke. Then some people too, they are deceived when they are in school, especially young people when they are in school. They say when you smoke, it helps you to
become
learn.
high.
Yeah. And then you become a shark. So the person will smoke with the aim of being a shark.
A shark.
Others do it is because of peer pressure.
Okay.
Then he will engage in smoking. Then there are some people that they are smoking because of their parents or people who are closer to them.
Okay. Like the people closer to them also smoke.
They smoke.
Okay.
And they could be their role model. And being their role model and they smoke, they like it. I know of a certain guy who said that the way people put the cigarette even in between the two hands, it just make him fine, and that is how he starts smoking. Yes. So there could be so many funny reasons and why people smoke. So these are some of the reasons why people smoke.
But are there any health benefits at all as far as smoking is concerned?
Anybody who will tell you that there is any health benefit for smoking is a lie. There is no health benefit. There are rather serious adverse effects on one's health when you are even smoking. So for somebody to say that when I smoke, it makes me to eat well, it makes me to do this and that, it's not true. So before the person started smoking, was he not eating well? So there are no health benefits for smoking. No. No.
All right, that's right.
Yeah.
Now, I know that there are two types of smoking, primary and then secondary.
Yeah.
And I know that the person doing the act is the primary person.
Okay.
Now, let's talk about secondary smoking. What is that about?
When we say secondary smoking, what that it means is that the person is not actively involved in the smoking, or he or she have not decided to smoke.
Okay.
But he is in the company or at a distance where some people are smoking or somebody is smoking. And then having blown out the gas or the smoke, then the distance that the person may be is within reach. And then the smoke also gets to him, and then you also inhale into him and get into the system. Then the way the active person who he intended to smoke and his smoking is doing, and it entered the system, you that it is not your wish, but you just met it, or because the distance you find yourself in, it is such a way that you can get the full effect of the smoke, then it also gets to you. Then we call it passive smoking. Yes, so this is what passive smoking is.
Okay. So are there any adverse effects as far as passive smoking is concerned?
Yes, there are adverse effects. Because when you smoke, either the smoke passes through either the mouth or the nose. And where it goes to lung, it goes to lungs is what? The lungs.
The lungs, yeah.
And when you get to the lungs, blood is pushed from the heart to the lungs to get oxygen that we breathe in.
That's right.
Then when the smoke also gets there, then it mixes with the oxygen and then the blood.
Yeah.
Then it is pushed back to the heart, and then the heart also pushes back to the system with the smoke in it. So if you have got enough of the smoke in you as a passive smoker and it enters the system, it may cause the problem that the passive person also have.
Okay.
Yes, it may. Okay. But it will depend upon the quantity or the volume of the smoke that enters and how persistent you participate in the passive smoking. Yeah, that could be of importance. But if maybe you just met it only for once, well, some people have very sensitive body.
Systems.
Yeah, and it can cause problem. But that one will be minor problem. Yeah. But if you are with them, but you say you are not smoking, for example, you get to drinking spots.
Okay.
Your aim is just to go and drink. and then people also drink and they smoke, and you constantly go there, then though you are passively smoking, you have their consequences the person who is actively also smoking have. Because you go there all the time, and anytime the person is smoking, you are there.
Okay.
So though you are not smoking directly, indirectly, you are getting the same, almost the same quantity of the smoke the person is also getting. Yeah. So it can cause problem depending upon the circumstances and the frequency of getting it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's talk. Some people have a term they use as recreational smoking.
Yeah.
What's that about?
They are just Christian name. They are giving it to polish it. I'm a recreational smoker. So when you say you are a recreational smoker, how often do you go for your recreation? So if you say, oh, me, I just smoke for recreational purposes, or when we are just going to have a little fun, then I smoke it. So if you have, you go for fun for 3 or 4 times in a week, then you are doing it 4 times in a week.
Yeah.
Okay, so just you've given it a nice name as a recreational smoker. The end result is that the smoke is getting into your lungs. And the person who is smoking, what you get, you also get the same thing. So it's just a Christian name, they give it to it for you not to say that, oh, for him, he's a smoker. That's the way I say it. It's just a Christian name to polish.
To package it.
Yeah, to package it. That's the right word. Yeah, to package it. Because I tell people that when you dilute poison, it's the same poison. Okay? If you pour just 1 teaspoon into a bottle of water, you've diluted it, but the content is the same. Like somebody who also take the raw spoon itself. Yeah, so they are all the same.
They are all the same.
Yeah.
Now, you spoke about the things that people smoke,
Yeah.
marijuana, cigarettes, and other things.
Yeah, cannabis.
There's been, I don't know if it's a myth, but people normally say that when you smoke marijuana, that is healthier than smoking cigarettes. Is there any truth in that?
It's not true. It is false. And, you know, the person will tell you that when you smoke marijuana, it's better than smoking cigarettes. It will shock you that you will not see him smoking in the open.
Okay.
Why? But when they are caught and people get to know that this is what they do, then they try to find a way to justify why they are smoking. But it is not good. That is why it is outlawed that it should not be used. Yes.
So there's no...
No. No and no and no.
No and no and
no.
No.
Yes.
Okay. So, you know, in recent times, we hear a lot of things or in the news about legalizing marijuana or the use of marijuana.
Yeah.
Are there any pros and cons at all? Because if something is not good, I don't know why it should come in the system as a legal something.
Anything that is, we say it is good, have both advantage and disadvantage, or it bad side. But because the good side outweigh the bad side, then we say the thing is good.
It's good.
Cannabis, we are saying, or not that we are saying, but there's a lot of evidence to prove that cannabis is bad.
Okay.
And the reason why it is bad is that the disadvantages about it are so numerous and outweigh the advantages.
Advantages, right.
But there is a small advantage about cannabis. I'm using the word small in the sense that when it acts as a source of painkiller.
Pain reliever.
Yeah, pain relief. You see, it has some analgesic effects.
Okay.
That when you are in pain and you take it, it can be able to suit your pain for you.
Okay.
But I usually tell my client, hey, you are deadly hungry. And the only food available for you is wheat bread soaked in poison. But you are deadly hungry. Will you take it and eat? Do you want to eat the wheat bread soaked in poison to satisfy the hunger? Now, when the hunger is satisfied,
What next?
what next? Then you now be saying that, oh, okay, I'm now waiting for my death? No. So, that small analgesic effect that you get from cannabis, which you can be able to get it from other better drugs, why don't you go in for that? So those who are advocating, excuse me to say that we can use cannabis as medicinal, they are only seeing that small analgesic effect that the person will get it.
Yeah.
And they are saying what they are saying.
Yeah.
But if we should bring out all the other bad side of it, you see that by the end of the day, you don't go in for it.
Yeah.
Now, in Ghana here, and the experience I have with, because of the nature of my job, if you ask of my opinion, I would say it should never be legalized. One, Ghana, we have problem with going by the law.
Okay.
We have problem going by the law. And if this thing is given license to be sold and it will be written on it strictly by prescription. But hey, when you get the cigarette packet, you look on it, the manufacturer is saying that cigarette can even be harmful to your health.
Yeah.
And people ignore it, and they are doing it. So how much more cannabis that will be legalized that they will prescribe for you to go and buy? The person will use that prescription to go and buy as many as he can just to satisfy it because he has got the license to buy it and use it.
Sure.
And the end result will be deadly. So if you ask of my personal opinion and the interaction I have with people who smoke, how it destroyed their life personally and that of their family, I would not even try to think about it before I will tell you no. It is no and no and no from my side.
Right. It is no and no.
And no.
Right, let's go for this quick break. When we come back, the discussion continues. Stay tuned. We shall be right back.
The Amazing Grace Singers of Kumasi Ayija SDA Church. Asanya Kawon Hubia Bia, Mama Gifty, and the Amazing Grace Singers at the launching one was so be a brain. Now empower dear did us one a baby new hobby, and the Medachi and also your for cran. Amazing Grace Singers no fufra yepa hontuma on the 15th of November 2020. Jumadi shall 1 o'clock p.m. Our Dakuman SDA Church Accra. Or Casa former Jumadi name. Also for Quabretum. Nadano and Yumpadi was running Jebesa Wakuma Mumma. Saubekaya. Saura Beno Namdum to also declare Williams and Zembi Bosuja for and say ya. And once Empoyan can Yano. Najun to Foku no Bebo Jumadi Chidombini. Makanim Renchi. The Fachaman. Isaiah Kwajampon. Great Ampon. Osana. Bright up here. Sisamakuma Dada Imame. Shadrako Uzo. Was your young Copa, Edward Adusapon, was it here radiasi, and Afe, Kinso, Gasga, for Nina Baba Tajumadia Chiamanaya Crabe, and Yana Bray, Nayan Fatum to see when Yankupa Hinimum.
It is said that where words feel, music speaks.
After the Passover, the children of God gathered together to sing songs of praises in honor of how God has delivered them from the angel of death.
2020 has not been fair to us, yet still the Lord Almighty has been fair to us. His compassion
love and tender care continually shines on our path day after day.
For 2 years and counting, the Halopa has served all choral music lovers with authentic tunes. This year is going to be bigger and better. I present to you Halal and Worship 2020.
To us, Hallel and worship is like a freshly married man hastening to meet his wife. It is so to us like a blind man so anxious to see his sight for the first time. It is our most beautiful event of the year we yet to see. We hosted Mr. Yawuso Esiama in the Celestial City for our last 2 years. And just last year, it was Sergeants Varikama and Harmonious Kura all the way from Accra.
So on the 14th of November 2020, the children of God are gathering at Valley View University, the Chiman campus, to pour our heartfelt gratitude unto the Lord. So my brother, my sister, come one, come two, come all, come prepared, for we will be giving an offering unto the Most High Lord for how far He has brought us and kept us. Remember, come prepared, for the Lord will be waiting for you.
And the time is 4 p.m. sharp. Don't miss it.
Hello, welcome back from the break. If you just joined us, this is Healthy Living on Hope TV. My name is Bibi. We've been discussing smoking, and we have here CPO Ban, who is a clinical psychiatrist officer at the Pantine Psychiatrist Hospital. We've spoken a lot about it, and so we continue with our discussion. So, Mr. Ban, as I was saying, I want us to talk about smoking, okay, and its effect as far as killing or death is concerned.
Okay.
You know that when you buy the cigarette or whatever it is, we write on it, a smoker dies young or something like that, yes. But people are also saying that they know friends or family members who have smoked for like as far as they can know them, but they are still alive.
Yeah.
What's your take on that?
My take on it is that it is not for fun that the manufacturer have written on it that smoke can be helpful to your health. It's not for fun. And smoking is one of the silent killers.
Okay.
Silent killers in the sense that it is not the day, the year, the month that you are smoking that it will kill you. No. But it is systematically destroying your organs or things in you. And when they are diseased, then it brings other complications in.
Okay.
And that is where it can terminate your life.
Your life.
But when we should go to find out what is the cause of the death, we will finally come to the conclusion that it is smoking. Because just like I said from the beginning, when you take in the gas that is the smoke, it goes to your lungs. And then the smoke and everything, and it goes through all the organs of the body.
Yeah.
So as it gets to the organs of the body, it is causing damages over there. And when certain vital organs of your body are damaged, like the lungs, the heart, the kidney, you surely go. But it is a matter of time. Now, somebody may not appear to have got any visible sickness that you see, that you say that this is what has killed the person.
Okay.
But cigarette can cause dehydration. That is, it saps away a lot of fluid from our body. And when you are dehydrated, your blood becomes thick. When your blood becomes thick, it cannot flow through the small blood vessels to the various important organs. Then you may have heart attack. You are right to the hospital and you are dead. But they will say that you have got what? Heart attack. What has caused the heart attack? It is because you are dehydrated. And because the blood is thick, it is not able to pass through the small blood vessels as certain important organs of the body, or even the blood, the small artery that supply the blood itself, the heart itself with blood.
Yeah.
And that can lead you to get heart attack. Now, when you are also smoking, it also makes the muscles rigid.
Okay.
And then the heart is the smoothest muscles in the body. And it has to expand because it's all the time working. So if you are smoking and because of that, it makes the blood, the heart muscle to be constricted. And it cannot expand well. And due to that, you have got heart attack and you die. Is it not the smoke that kills you?
Yeah.
When you are smoking, you can get cancer of the lungs. And when you get cancer of the lungs, you by all means go. If you have cancer of any part of the organs as a result of smoking, it will by all means take your life. But it is a silent killer. So smoke kills, but only it is a silent killer.
It's a matter of time.
It's a matter of time.
Right. Now, this brings us to the adverse effects of smoking, both short-term and then long-term.
The short-term adverse effect of smoking is one. You will see that people who smoke, they mostly cough.
Okay. The smokers cough.
They cough because it is irritating. And coughing is just a response of uncomfortable irritation in the GIT.
Yeah.
Especially the trachea and then the lungs. So it can cause coughing. Just like I also said, it can also cause dehydration. It is hot when you smoke. This gets into the system and dries things in the system, and it can cause dehydration. So you see them all the time. They are testing. Another short-term effect of smoking is that when you don't smoke, really don't smoke, and somebody passes by you who smoke, you will scent it.
Okay.
It has a certain peculiar odor with them. It can also pain some people their teeth.
Okay.
And you see their teeth to be colored. It is the smoke that has also caused that. Another temporary or some short
term
of smoking is that when the person smokes and you have some few CDs with you, and if the person don't get the smoke, he becomes restless.
Yeah.
He is not going to part out that few CDs so that the two of you can share at the expense of his smoking. So it can cause hunger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So these are some of the short effects of smoking. The long-term effects, just like I said from the beginning, it can begin to affect your organs, the lungs, the heart, the kidney. And when they are affected, it begins to cause other complications.
Yeah.
The body becomes weak. You will not be able to eat well. One of the even short edition of smoking is you lose appetite. They can't eat well.
Okay.
And then, as the complication goes on, it comes to a state that the body cannot be able to withstand it again. And finally, you die.
Yeah.
That is the long-term effect of smoking.
Okay.
There are another long effect, term effect of smoking, which it may not kill the person, is that they get to a stage that when they are depending on it, they become dependent on it. It can throw them out of their job.
Okay.
Yes.
How?
Because the person can smoke and is a chain smoker and is smoking and cannabis. And another problem that it can even give you is that you may even get a mental problem.
Okay.
A mental problem, when you get, is a sickness that will not kill you today and tomorrow. So you are going to live with that permanent damage or disability because of smoking.
Okay.
I know of somebody who is smoking, and because of his smoking, he has stopped work in the sense that every 5 minutes he's smoking. Which office will you go, and then every 5 minutes you go and smoke and come? So wherever you went to smoke, and by the time you come back, it's even more than 5 minutes, you have to go back again. So finally he has to lose his job.
Wow.
So these are some of the effects of smoking.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Now, some people, especially students, they say they smoke to learn because it will ginger you up, it will psychic your brain with all manner of things to make you to be able to learn. If you can recall, when you were in secondary school, some of your mates or friends or seniors that are smokers, I know a lot of them, some of them are dead now. Some of them, their life is wretched. Now, this is what smoke can do. So there is no good thing about smoke. It is only that they give you some Christian names to just polish it, like, oh, me, I'm just a recreational smoker. And I say they are Christian names, they just give it to their bad habits. Yeah.
All right. Now, I think the reason why people continue to smoke is because some get addicted.
Good.
So now, let's talk about addiction. How does it come about, and what is it about?
Yeah, in the first place, when we say addiction, what is addiction?
Yes.
Addiction is the continuous use of any substance which have consequences on the effect on the person, and the person himself is aware that the thing is having damn consequences on him. But any attempt to either even reduce the rate at which the person is using it or stop it, the person got a rebound reaction to it so severe, so much so that the person will only become stable when he goes back to go and take it. Then we say the person is addicted to it.
Okay.
So the substance that person is using, and here when we talk about smoking, the cannabis, the cocaine, and then the cigarette, when the person is using it, then it now changes or adds to the chemistry of the system of the person.
Okay.
So if the person is reducing it or an attempt to stop it, then he is also trying to change the chemistry of the person's system again, and the person's system reacts to it.
Okay.
And the damn effect of the reaction make the person to go back to go and take it. So that when they get to that concentration, then the person is stable again, and he can be able to function well.
Right.
When you get to that stage, then we say you are addicted to it. Now, the person knows that in fact the thing is having damn consequences on him. But any attempt to stop it also, the effect that comes, the person cannot just tolerate it, then he goes back.
Wow.
Then we say you are dependent on it. You are addicted to it. It's a very bad experience that nobody should get there. Very, very bad.
Right. The discussion is getting interesting, but you can still send in your comments or questions to our WhatsApp line on 0559680066, 0559680066. We are streaming live on Facebook via our handles Hope TV GH. We are also streaming live on YouTube, and you can join us with your questions or comments, and we'll do well to answer it as best as we can. So now, Mr. Back to addiction.
Yeah.
If someone is addicted, are there any signs that they will show for maybe a friend or a family to know that this person is getting addicted to a particular thing?
Yeah, even visible that you can see them.
Okay.
When the person is addicted to any substance, especially cigarette, cannabis, then cocaine.
Okay.
When the person is addicted to cannabis, when the person wakes up in the morning, the first thing the person has to do is how to get the cannabis. Because he has slept, the concentration might have reduced, and the body will now begin to react to it.
Yeah.
So he has to find every means of getting it. Let's assume that the person don't have money to get it, and then the concentration is getting down. Then you see the person become restless. He can become agitated.
Okay.
The person will be yawning. Tears may be coming from the eyes.
Oh.
The person may be feeling like vomiting, or they can even vomit. The person will not eat. There are some of them that they will even become depressed. They become withdrawn.
Okay.
These are some of the signs you will see with an addicted person. And when it is like that, then the person now have to find every means possible. I'm using the word every means possible of getting it.
Okay.
And if it means to take your life, my life, for the person to be able to satisfy that, he will do it. And that is why they get to a certain stage and then they tend to be criminals. They are forced to become criminals because he must be able to support what he's doing. And because of that, the addiction, he is not able to work. He hasn't got any means, anything to earn the person's living. So what do the person have to do?
Yeah.
They tend to be criminals. So that he can be able to support it. Petty stealing is to start from the house. Then you go to the environment. Then this time, to town. So that he can be able to finance whatever he's doing. Yeah, what he's doing. So these are some of the signs you see with somebody who is addicted. Another physical sign you can see with such people is that, you know, some of the signs of the people who smoke. You know, when they are smoking, people who smoke cannabis especially, they don't smoke it in the open. They go to queer places to go and smoke. And the moment you are coming there, you see them putting fear and things on it. It's only that you shouldn't see them. And there's a place sometimes that when you bounce on them, they would like to hold the thing in the hand. And the thing will be burning in the hand. Yeah. But they have to, you know, hold it so that you shouldn't see the fire and also the scent shouldn't come out. And so sometimes you see their palms are bent. Sometimes you see in between their fingernails is black. Those are some of the signs that you can see with people who they smoke.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about management of addiction, because I know that addiction is very serious and difficult to manage or come out of. So as a professional, what are some of the things that someone who is addicted to a particular thing he or she is smoking can come out of it?
In fact, addiction is a disease. Yes, it is a disease. We need it to be managed. And in fact, if people who are addicted to substance use, if they should know that this is what it can cause them, they wouldn't have dared go in there. In fact, when somebody is addicted to any substance, one, it gets to a state that the person himself knows that, no, I have lost my identity. The person becomes useless. If you are the firstborn in the family and you are addicted to that substance, any of the substances when you were in school, you by all means become a fallout from school. And if your other siblings, they have not told your lie, and then they are able to go as far as their parents can support them and they can also help themselves, you see that you lose your identity. Though you are the firstborn of this thing, you will no longer be regarded because they are able to go to school, they get job doing, they are earning their living, and they are supporting their parents. Who are you at home? You lost your identity. When somebody is addicted to smoking and the person cannot stop the smoking, what we do is to take the person from the substance.
Okay.
To take him from the substance. Because the person is trying himself or herself to be able to get out of it and is not able to do it. So we try to negotiate with the person. I'm using the word negotiate because it is not easy. So that they understand, and we take them out from the substance so that we can be able to put them at a place for us to support them to be able to withstand or minimize their withdrawal syndrome.
Okay.
And their withdrawal syndrome is the most difficult part of their management. In fact, sometimes you are managing them and the person will say that, no, this is the reason why I've come and I wanted to stop taking it. Help me. And you explain to the person that it is not easy. These are some of the things that you go to. He said, no, I'm ready for it. But you start at 2 days, 3 days, sometimes 4 or 5 days. And the person will say that I have come. And I say, I want to go. So see yourself that you are a therapist and you wanted to help the person because you know the consequences. If the person have not stopped later, you know the consequences.
Yeah.
So you are appealing to the conscience of the person to be able to manage so that by a week or two you can be able to withstand or overcome the withdrawal syndrome. He said, no, I came by myself and I said, I want to go. So if you find yourself in that man's shoe, what will you do? I want to go versus, oh, let's see whether you can be able to do it. And because we know the effects that the people are going through or it have on them, we want to help them. Sometimes we try to suppress their freedom small by saying that, no, you stay, you sign the thing that you wanted to stay, no matter the consequences, you are prepared to go through everything. And this, that. He said, no, I have come, and I said, I want to go. What do you do? So the only means possible that you can be able to manage such people is just like I'm saying, take them from the substance, try to manage their withdrawal syndrome, help them that they can let them know that they can be able to do it. And there are majority of them that they are able to do it.
Okay.
And they are able to successfully come out. But that is not the end of the journey. Substance abuse people are never called that we treat them or they are treated. No, we say they are under recovery.
Okay.
Throughout their life, they are under recovery. And that is what can help them to be able to overcome. But if you tell the person that, okay, now you are treated to go, you have not ended it. Because the person lives there, and there could be just something small that will just trigger the thing again.
Yeah.
Then it sparks.
Yeah.
Then the person goes back again. So we let them know that not that you are treated, but you are under recovery. So it is every day I will not smoke only for today. Don't make a American statement, don't mean I have finished, I have done it. But it should be every day, I will not smoke for only today. Before you are aware, you have done 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and it is always only today. And that is the surest way that they can be able to overcome. Yes.
Now let's talk about rehabilitation. I know that in Ghana here, we have certain centers that help with such people who are dealing with addiction.
Yeah.
Are they really effective? Are they working?
Yes, they are effective. But it lies on the will of the person. So in the first place, what is even rehabilitation? Rehabilitation just means to reinstate the person back to his normal, functionable, well life.
Okay.
To bring the person back to his normal, functionable, healthy life. Because the person is abusing the substance, he is smoking the cigarette, the cannabis, the cocaine, it has turned the person's life upside down. So we want the person to stop the smoking so that he can be able to go back to his normal life that he used to be.
Yeah.
And that is the rehabilitation. Now, it is a whole structured new way of life that is planned for the clients so that they find people of themselves over there, of their own peers, their peers over there, so that they learn about their shortcomings and their weaknesses, how they got into it, the effect that it's having on them, how it has tumbled their life down, so that they can be able to share those ideas as a means of encouraging one another. Then as they are there, and they are where they spend 1 week, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, all is to tell them that you can be able to do it.
Yeah.
Now, as the thing has taken their whole life, they are reintegrated back into the society again from the rehab. So that when they leave the rehab and they go to their homes, they go and continue what they are taught over there so that they will be able to lead their functional life back again. Now, that is not the end of the story. When they are going or they've gone in the society, wherever they are, we try our poor best to be, I'm using the word poor best in the sense that the means to be able to do the thing effectively is not there. So we are just doing what our means can be able to do.
Sure.
So that we help them to form other groups. We call them AA groups, Alcoholic Anonymous.
Okay.
So that when they form that group, they have a time that they meet so that they discuss about their welfare. Now, when somebody found himself or herself in that situation, in fact, what happens is that it also affects the family. And then when the family is affected, it also affects the community. So both the clients and then the family members are treated. I'm using the word treated. So that they should go and give support to him when the person comes back home with them. And he should be seen as a new born again person, and they should provide all the necessary needs the person will need to be able to survive in the new way of life he has found himself. So that they go to their meetings, and if you have time, you go with them, and then they go and discuss that, oh, in fact, I was able to stay for the whole week, and I didn't smoke, and because of that, they came and they shared their ideas. Someone will say that, at the weekend, there was a funeral at our place, and because of A, B, C, D, I went for the thing again. Then with the friends, they talk to the person and try to help him to win him back again.
Okay.
So this is how our rehabilitation is done. So it is a continuous process. Though we may discharge them from the hospital, we don't separate relation with them.
Okay.
We constantly meet them, or we make sure wherever they are, they form groups and they continue to interact. And then they talk to us when they have problems. We go to them to also meet them to discuss their problems with them.
So now, if someone needs to go into rehab, the person has thought of going into rehab. In Ghana here, I know that things are not really streamlined, but what is the person supposed to do?
For one to go for rehab, one, the person himself must agree that there is a problem and I want to deal with the problem.
Okay.
So the person must agree that he wants to deal with his or her problem. That is the first most important need.
Okay.
You can't just bundle somebody to come that, no, this is my son, and the way he's smoking and this thing, I wanted him to come to rehab so that when you come there and we ask the person and the person is not ready, we will not do it.
Right.
Because it's not, you can put the person to go to rehab. You will be there after 3 months, 6 months, you go back, go and continue smoking.
Mm-hmm.
So the person must agree that you wanted to stop the smoking.
Okay.
Then when they come, we let the parents also know that it is a complete boarding house the person is coming.
Yeah.
So for the first 3 months, relatives, friends, what have you are not allowed to be there. Your personal needs, you get them.
Mm-hmm.
We assess you, when you come there, we assess you whether the smoking has caused any health problem for you, especially any mental health problem for you.
Okay.
When that one is there, then we try to manage the mental ill health first.
Yeah.
When you are now stable, then we begin to talk with the rehab issue with you. When you agree, then you now go there. It is a structured plan, and they are shown what to do. You wake up in the morning, they have a time to wake up, they make sure that they dress their bed, they wash their things, they do everything that a normal person is supposed to do at home. Mm-hmm. That is what they relearn those things back again when they come to rehab. Because some of them, when they are smoking, they are in their ghettos, and the person will not even by 3 months, he is not bathing.
Mm.
So you come to the rehab, and we are taught to go back to do those same things you used to do when you were leading your normal life, so that we can be able to streamline their life for them again, so that when they go back home, then they go and continue. During the process of the rehab, the parents or relatives, brothers and sisters are invited to come, and then we try to let them know some of the processes that they are going through. They also come and then interact with them as a way of also giving them the assurance. We talk to them so that they should know that when they come home, mm-hmm. they are ready to receive them.
Sure.
Because some of them are picked from the ghettos before they are brought. Mm-hmm. Some of them, them themselves, because of the problem that they are having and they are giving to their parents, they themselves left home. So mommy and daddy going to accept him back again. So we make sure that reintegration is done when you are at the rehab, so that when you go and continue. And we also let the parent know that you have to give them the necessary support, so that they can be able to chart the new course that all of us we wanted for them again. Mm. So, Pantan, we have a rehab over there. Yes, we have a rehab. We have both mini and major rehab, and then there are some also few rehab also at other places that they also receive people there and then manage them. Yes, so substance abuse people, they can be managed through rehabilitation.
Okay. So for the Pantan rehab, can anyone just willingly come there and sign up for rehab, or the person has to be like an inmate in Pantan and then moves on into rehab?
No, somebody can come from the house straight.
Okay.
That the person don't have any psychiatric problem.
Okay.
But the person has come. In fact, my problem is I'm addicted to cannabis. Mm-hmm. I've tried all means to stop it, I couldn't. I'm addicted to cocaine or cigarettes. Mm. Tried all my possible means to overcome it, and I'm not able. So I wanted your help. And the person has come. We assess the person, tell him the pros and cons. We always want relatives to be there to help them sign on, because when you leave the place, you are going back into them. Yeah. So we wanted that unification to come when you are at the rehab over there, so that there is assurance that when you go, they are going to receive you. Mm-hmm. And there is also assurance from the parents that he is also willing to stop, so that they shouldn't all go and meet with the prejudice that they have for one another again. Yeah. So this is what we go. So you can come straight from home that you are coming for rehab. And you'll be welcome.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think we have a question. We've touched on it already, but the person says, "Thank you for your lovely education. What is the difference between cannabis and marijuana?"
The difference between cannabis and marijuana is just like your first name and your Christian name. your first name, your Christian name, and then your surname. Okay? They are the same thing.
Sure.
They are the same thing.
All right. So, Mr. Ban, your last words.
Yeah.
I think just educate us, the young people and even older people who are into smoking or people who are planning to smoke. What do you have to tell us?
What I have for you guys over there, especially the young, is that smoking, and I repeat it, smoking is very, very harmful to your health. And it should not be toyed with. Somebody will tell you that my grandfather is 90 years and he's still smoking. Maybe he will not get his 100 years. But if he were not to have been smoking, maybe he would have got 150 years. It has serious effects on your life. It could be medical effects. It could be social effects. It could be anything to just dislodge you who you are. Families are broken because of smoking. Children became wayward because of smoking. Some people killed their parents because of smoking. Some people took gun and shot somebody, killed the person because of smoking. Smoking is very, very dangerous. Secondly, especially those who are in school, some of your friends will tell you that my reason for smoking is to smoke to study, to help me to study, to help me to become a shark. Hey, it's a mistake. It is very, very deadly. And most people, if not about 99.99% of those who smoke, their life doesn't go well with them. It doesn't go well with them at all. And mothers or young ladies who are coming up over there, when you smoke, it even have effect on the fetus of your baby.
Yeah.
Yes. Some children are born with defects, and it's because of smoking. So we should avoid it. And those who smoke cigarettes, because cigarettes is allowed to be smoked, so you can smoke cigarettes. Please, if you want to buy it, buy with the packet and read the instruction on it. And my question for you is, who would like to buy any food that the vendor will write on it, this food may be harmful to your health when you eat? Who will buy that food? But they easily buy cigarettes when it is written on it by the manufacturer that it can be harmful to your health. Avoid smoking, and you avoid cancer, and you will finally avoid death. Stay safe minus smoking, and your life will be good.
Stay safe minus smoking and your life will be good. This has been Healthy Living on Hope TV. My name is Vivi. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll meet same time next week. Stay safe, take good care of yourself, and remember that God loves you. Good night and take care. Bye.
Bye.
changing lives. Hope Channel, changing lives.
It's good to see you once again, and I know you've joined me together with your family as we meditate on God's word tonight. Tonight we'll be reading from the prophet Isaiah chapter 43 and verse 19. May you take your Bibles as we read together God's word. Isaiah chapter 43 verse 19. Let us hear the word of God. Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall ye not know it? I will even make a road in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. Amen. Tonight I would like to share with you a message I read from the online edition of the Charisma magazine. The writer observed that one of the greatest lies we can believe is it's too late. At some point in our lives, we all feel like we've missed our chance or messed up an important opportunity. We can even be tempted to believe that we've disqualified ourselves from having a great future, that our best days are behind us. If this is you, if you feel like you've missed your chance or your opportunity to have a great life has passed you by, I want you to know something today. With God on your side, it's never too late. While God himself never changes, he